Hello, this is Peterson doing Unit 10 of Counselling, the practical. This is my working with children's check. Can you see it there? Yes, and it's current. And today we have Shauna. And it's Shauna's very first visit to counselling. So welcome, Shauna.
Thank you.
Yeah, please have a seat and make yourself comfortable. So, before we begin, Shauna, because this is your first session with a counsellor, I need to just go through some legal and ethical issues with you. Okay? This is what we have to do with all clients. So, basically, everything you say to me in a session is confidential. Right?
Okay.
So I'm not allowed to tell anyone else.
Okay, good. I just want to stop you there. I do understand, obviously, it's important to try and understand people's behaviour, but I don't know where they come from and stuff, so obviously you might want to speak to other family members of mine, maybe my mother and stuff. I just want to make it clear from the onset here, I do not want you doing that. I have a really bad relationship with my mother, and that's not acceptable. I won't have that.
That's fine, Shauna. We're not allowed to speak to your family members outside of session.
Or anybody else really, for that matter, to be honest.
I just need to go through a few legal issues with you.
Okay.
That we have this form for everybody who comes here.
Okay.
And I'll just go through it with you.
Okay, no worries.
So first of all, be assured that everything you say in the session is confidential. There are just a few exceptions and it's for the client, yourself, your own benefit, and anybody else. So if ever you're in danger of harming yourself, I would need to report that, because obviously your needs are very prominent here and they're very important. So if ever I felt that you're in danger of self-harm, I would need to report it and get you some other help.
Okay.
Also, if I feel that you're in danger of harming anyone else. Okay? So
is that would that be reporting it to the police or just whatever?
Or the DHS normally.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
No worries.
Okay, so we'll just go through this, yeah?
Okay.
And I'll get you to sign that, please, Shauna.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Alright, cool. So it's just going to be between us, right?
Yeah, with those certain exceptions, and also if a court subpoenaed, do you know what a subpoena is?
Yeah.
Yeah, if they subpoenaed your details, we are legally obliged to give them.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I consent to that then.
Yeah. But, yeah, so if you sign that form, please, Shauna, and I think I've just given you a little piece of paper that I had, actually. Here we are. So, Shauna, could you tell me what brings you here?
Well, I was actually recommended by somebody to come here, just where I get my benefit payments from, just because, I have been behind lodging all, the things that I meant to be doing through that to get those payments, and they said I should speak to someone because I've been feeling really overwhelmed lately.
Okay.
It's I've got 3 kids at home, and they're just so hard to control, and I'm pregnant as well again, and so I'm just really worried that it's going to be really hard to handle all of them. I've got 2 children, so I've got 2 boys and a girl, so I've got Tyson, Braden, and also Angel. Tyson's the ringleader though. Right. He's very much like myself. He's very strong-minded. He can be really defiant, and when he is like that, the other kids follow suit as well, and they just won't listen to me, and just sick of the screaming matches. I do what every other parent does. I yell at them. I withhold things from them as well. I obviously send them to bed without any dessert or without any lollies or dinner and stuff, but it's just getting worse and worse and worse, and I'm not too sure what to do.
That must be very hard for you to deal with because you're on your own, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
Yeah, so you've got 3 little kids.
Yeah, and I'm always at home with them as well when they aren't at school because I don't work as well, so so it's just always, up in my face and always running around.
Very difficult for you.
Yeah,
very
stressful.
Yeah, how stressful it would be for you to be doing all that on your own. And, fantastic effort. I admire anybody who can do that.
Thank you.
Because it can be very difficult bringing up children.
Definitely.
Particularly on your own.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and also they're having some issues at school as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so Tyson especially, I've been getting letters from school saying that he's been fighting with other children. The other children
Right.
themselves haven't been, paying attention in class, not following the teacher's instructions and stuff. So, I feel like I'm also being harassed by the school as well here. I'm struggling to control them at home. Obviously, they're not behaving when they're at school as well. So,
Yeah.
obviously, as a professional who talks about these things, I've come here so you can tell me how I can manage them. So,
Okay. Well, as a professional, we actually don't tell you how to manage your children, but we do help you to bring out your own resources in being mindful.
I thought you may as well be the resource that I need. I mean, like I've been trying with raising kids for years. I mean, Tyson's quite old and stuff. So obviously I've exhausted my resources, which is why I've come here.
Okay. So we look at the underlying issues that may be triggering your children's behaviour as well.
They're just naughty kids. Like, if you can just tell me how I can punish them in a way that's going to make them, listen to my instructions, that's what's really gonna work for me here. Like,
okay.
They're just naughty kids. Like,
yeah, that's not our role really to do that. It's really to empower you to be able to relate to your children better. How does that feel?
Well, I do. I appreciate what you're saying there. But by empowering me, like I'm not too sure what you mean by that, because I mean I'm obviously the authority in the household there, as far as I can be, and obviously I yell at them, I'm strong with them, all that kind of stuff, but they still just won't listen. So I just need you to tell me how to get into their mind, just so I can make,
So it is often about us though as parents and how our children behave in the way that we relate to them. So we will be going through some therapy to get you to be more aware of how maybe you're relating to your children as well. And amazing changes can be made once the person in authority starts to have a different attitude and starts to behave differently toward the children. The children really respond to that. How does that sound?
Well, I mean, we can give it a go, but I mean, I think you're going to be wasting both my time there. I mean, if I'm going to be more gentle with them and stuff, like, I've been becoming more and more strict with them, and the stricter I become, I start to get a little bit of that control back there. I think if you're asking me to be more gentle with them, then I'm just going to lose control of them completely. Then I'm going to have a newborn baby as well, and it's just all going to disintegrate that control that I have. But you're the therapist, so
I may perhaps begin by asking you to be more gentle and kinder to yourself. And once those needs are met, if you can meet your own needs to be kinder and gentler to yourself, your children will pick up on that too.
Okay.
And start relating to you differently.
I have been very stressed and upset lately.
I can understand why. Like, that's a huge responsibility, especially with your oldest fighting at school. That is a really, really huge responsibility. So we need to work out some strategies to perhaps make, to look at the children differently and discipline them differently, to give them boundaries rather than punishing them or yelling at them so much, to actually establish boundaries to help them to respect you.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you feel that you're getting respect from your children?
No, absolutely not, to be honest. And I also feel like the other parents at school, the other mums as well, don't respect me either. They obviously look down on me because, we've got the kids fighting with all the other kids at school there, and, stay-at-home single mum there on benefits and stuff like that, who's not controlling her kids, like.
Well, you've made a fantastic start, Shauna, to recognise that somehow that you need help relating to your children.
Yeah.
So congratulations on, beginning counselling, because it could be quite a while that we will need to spend together, but it will be, I'm sure, very helpful for you. Okay?
Yeah.
Just to look at some things differently in how you relate to the children.
Yeah, cool.
So tell me a little bit about what your values are.
Well, I think you should respect your parents. That's one for sure.
Okay.
I mean, when I was a kid, if I asked up, I'd get a smack across the face and all that kind of stuff. My parents were very strict. So, I try to run a strict household. My kids just don't seem to be responding to it and stuff like that. But, I want them to have a good life. I don't want them to grow up and be, on benefits and stuff like myself. I want them to, have careers and stuff. But they're just little shits. They just don't listen. They're always hyperactive, running around and stuff.
Okay.
So, but I mean, at least we'll have these sessions to talk about it. And whenever things get really bad at home, I can always give you a call and all that kind of stuff, just to get, or maybe even get you to talk to one of the kids at one stage then, because the house goes into pandemonium and I just don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So obviously, just to be able to get you on the phone and be like, this has happened, what should I do, will probably be really helpful as well.
Well, that's actually not the role of a counsellor, to be talking to you outside of session.
But wouldn't that be that's probably when I'd need you the most, Obviously I'd come to see because I'm stressed.
Okay.
And because things are going on, when, they're fighting at home and I can't control them and they're, running around being shitheads and stuff like that, obviously that's when I'm going to need to give you a call and like, this has happened, how do I deal with this?
Okay. That is outside the boundaries of how this organisation operates, because we have a one-on-one session every week, or we will have a one-on-one session every week, and we'll go through things then to give you, as I said before, to empower you to be able to handle your children better, and give you different strategies, like perhaps instead of yelling at them, make quite firm boundaries with the children.
Well, I mean, I understand what you're saying, and I'm trying to be firm, but I feel like, we're going to spend, I mean, obviously these are costing money as well, these sessions, and I feel like I just really do need that constant support. Like, if you could make an exception, that would be great, because obviously I do need that 24/7 support there, and I do need to, maybe to jump ahead of a few sessions, and just for you to tell me, this is what you can do to start looking up, managing your kids better.
We make it more about you, Shauna, but what I can do is put you in touch with a support group. How would that be? A support group that you can go and talk to other people in the same situation, that you could call on each other.
Okay.
For support. Does that sound
like other single mothers and stuff as well? Okay.
Yeah. So I can put you in touch with a group like that is all you support each other. Because it's not actually my role, that goes against our ethics to deal with people outside of office hours. That's just not our role, so that's why
I just thought your job was to help people, and that's how you could help me. But okay, like obviously you have your own rules, so...
Yeah. But obviously during our session, I want to help you to help yourself more.
Okay.
And be able to communicate better with your children. How's that?
Okay.
Now, is there anything else that's been bothering you about the children? Or can you tell me how other ways that you relate to them?
Well, I guess I find it really hard to relate to them, just because they're, so menacing all the time. So I guess it's really just been discipline that I've been having to enforce. I've been getting more and more, giving them more and more harsher discipline. I find that's the only thing that's working there, so...
But it's quite temporary, yes?
Well, it's just, there are some things I've started doing, which I feel like, just especially with Tyson, just obviously to set an example, as he's the oldest, can set the example, they're following his lead. Okay. So I feel like if I, punish him, in front of the other ones there, they obviously get in line a lot more as well, so just really focusing on discipline at the moment and stuff.
And what sort of punishments do you use with Tyson?
Well, it depends what he does. Like, for example, if he's being smart back to me and stuff, I might give him a smack and stuff like that. But, if he's running around the house when I've told him not to, if he still breaks something, I put a cigarette out on his back.
Oh, okay.
Well, it certainly, I know it sounds shocking and stuff like that. Like, it doesn't leave too big of a burn. Like, it's just like, just give him a small singe. But it's that fright and stuff which I think really works. And it definitely works for the younger children as well.
Okay. Well, this isn't obviously going to do Tyson any good in the long run, or you.
Well, it's certainly stopping him running around after that. He just wants to go lay down in his room by himself. Like,
well, we have to break this cycle. If your parents were very, very strict and punished you a lot, we have to break this cycle because it's clearly not working. for you, and it's also putting Tyson and the other children in danger.
I mean, I love my children. I just want what's best for them. As I said, I want them to have careers and grow up and to be smart and be better than me. But I've met my wits end. I don't know what to do, and I feel like this is like the last thing I can do is to actually, I don't want to slap them, hit them hard with a belt or anything. But I feel like a small, superficial burn does.
But Shauna, this is not helping your children, and it's not helping you. The reason you came here is to find out how you can better relate to your children and help them to behave and respect you. This is actually quite a bad thing to do for your child because it is harming him. So, given your present state of mind, because you're really stressed, because you've really got a lot on your plate, I'm going to have to refer you to the DHS. And they're there to help you, and we're here to help you too. But until you can get some more help in relating to your children better and also for yourself, it's really my responsibility to have to do that because that's really not going to be good for Tyson in the long run. And also it's quite traumatic for the other children as well. So just because we want to look after you and help you have the best life possible, this could be a temporary thing that we just need you to get some time out and the kids so we can get it all sorted out. Is that okay?
Well, I mean, I don't want to get in trouble, obviously. I've come in here and you told me it's all confidential. I know you're going to, inform DHS that, I'm doing things to my kids. I do understand you had those exceptions at the start there. I don't want to get in trouble and I don't want to lose my kids. I just want, to find the best way that's going to get them on track.
And if that means just having a bit of time out while you get yourself right and get yourself feeling better, that would be a good thing, yes?
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, I'm pregnant as well again, and I don't want to, obviously the stress isn't good for that either.
No.
So, I mean, I don't want to lose my kids, but if you honestly think it will help, and they don't take my kids from me...
We're here to help you, but it is our legal responsibility to report that because it is putting Tyson and the other children in danger.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Shauna.
Well, thank you for listening to all my problems there.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you.